Just want to give you some updates on Meghan Markle, how this particular act is exploding on the internet. We have talked about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, their evil works many times in this video. When it comes to Netflix, now this video is not about Netflix at all. No, not at all. This topic is not about Netflix, even though Netflix is also going to be discussed because these days they're working so hard for their employer, Netflix in this case, but we see no success for the duplicitous duos. But nevertheless, this is not about Netflix. This is about what Meghan did, the evil thing that she just did. Now, I want to walk you back into the memory lane just to refresh your mind so that I can set the stage for you to reveal to you what kind of evil act she did. Take a listen.
Allegedly, they're courting Nigeria for a future Invictus Games, but it's just all a bunch of PR, right? I mean, you've seen Meghan's dramatic wardrobe changes throughout it, her insisting that this is her country. Thank you for welcoming me to my country.
Sky News All-Star Esther Kraku.
Okay, so Meghan Markle, last time she visited Nigeria, it was a pure publicity stunt. She wanted everyone to believe that the people of Nigeria, they love her, which is absolute false, bogus, and fake. Why? Because that's what we will be discussing in this video. But take a look at this particular reporting too.
43% Nigerian, cosplaying as royals in Nigeria, inappropriate outfits, camera obsessed, staged photos, lies. It seems like pure desperation has finally hit. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Scandalous Media.
Pure desperation has finally hit. Well, that desperation was for that moment, no doubt about that. Meghan was desperate for publicity that she got from Nigeria. Unfortunately, the Nigerian government, they were fooled in this case by Meghan Markle into believing that somehow her presence to Nigeria will make any difference. In fact, it was a total lost project. It was a complete failure on Meghan's part and also the government of Nigeria's part too, because later on, a lot of people criticized Nigerian government's decision to invite these two duplicitous duos. Take a listen.
The Nigerian embassy has reportedly blocked Meghan Markle's visa application after rejecting her recent claims of deep cultural roots in the country. This wasn't a misunderstanding. It was a flat-out refusal based on what senior officials are calling a politically inappropriate attempt to rewrite her identity again. This time, the stakes were higher. Meghan had boldly been promoting herself as being 43% Nigerian, a number pulled from a private DNA ancestry test she announced during a
Okay, so yeah, even though she promoted that she is 43% Nigerian, but Meghan Markle, at the end of the day, had no connection, zero connection with the people of Nigeria. Can you imagine calling yourself belonging 43% to a certain ethnicity only to later on find out you really have no connection with them whatsoever? And when I say connection with them, I mean she doesn't have anybody from Nigeria that she has befriended with. The people she befriended with are the likes, and people of color we're talking here about, are the likes of Oprah, Beyonce, Serena Williams, all of these A-listers, black people or people of color or women of color with money, with whom Meghan made big friendship, still trying to make good friendship, but as we know, Oprah bailed out on her. Oprah doesn't really care about Meghan anymore. In fact, there are so many reports that Oprah doesn't want to be seen with Meghan ever again. But that's besides the point. Meghan Markle wants to be seen with these people. Now, let's talk about what really happened this time, the evil act. Let's talk about that. Recently, we have seen Netflix is trying to get Meghan on board. I mean, she got on board for the season 2 and they republished this trailer. Netflix wanted to have somebody because they will be shooting this particular show for the Christmas. So they wanted someone from the royal family or from Meghan's side of the family to appear along with Meghan and Harry for this particular show. That's what Netflix had planned. But that plan obviously failed because Meghan Markle doesn't have any connection with her father, with her sister, with her brother. She cuts them all off. Then we know with Prince Harry, it's the same thing. He doesn't have any connection with his family members. Nobody wants to take his call. And everybody's just moving on with their life. And they're too busy because they're all royals. Nevertheless, we have seen Harry is now talking about getting back into the royal family fold. But at the end of the day, nobody has any connection with Harry. Therefore, when Netflix wants to do some filming, even though they want the royal family or somebody from the family to show up, but that is not going to happen. Now, Netflix has another request or demand, whichever way you see it. They're now asking Meghan Markle, okay, we can't have your family members. Let's have someone from Nigeria that you know of. Now, Meghan Markle doesn't have any friend from Nigeria because she is really a fake. 43% Nigeria was a publicity stunt, really. Now, Netflix is saying, okay, we can't have family members. Now, looks like we can't even have somebody from Nigeria. Meghan doesn't know anybody because Nigeria, for Meghan Markle, is a poor country. She loves rich people like Oprah and Beyonce and Serena Williams, all those people. So, Meghan, at the end of the day, is a pure racist. I mean, can you imagine her going to Nigeria, not making friendship with anybody from that country, and then crying about you belong to them 43% is so pathetic. She is a racist. The fact that she doesn't have any friend in Nigeria or even from the United States who is from Nigeria is a clear and the biggest example of how racist she is, because she doesn't like women of color unless you have a lot of money. And this is why perhaps I think part of the reason she has with Doria Ragland, why Doria left, was because Doria was not treated like if she had a white mom. You know what I'm saying? If Meghan had a white mom, I think Meghan would have treated her better than Doria Ragland. Okay, that's how I see it, because she's a racist. She's a racist. She doesn't want to be seen with black people, and this is why she never married a black man.
Disaster opportunists, which is exactly right. Disaster tourists.
There are government employees that are still waiting for paychecks, back paychecks months ago.
Yeah.
You know, what are the odds that they're going to get paid quickly for this Harry and Meghan visit?
Like talking about people.
I mean, this again is exploding on the internet. Unbelievable, very pathetic. We are here just to expose Meghan Markle, but looks like the more we try to expose her, the more we find stories about her evil work. Thank you so much for joining this session. I have some Ruth, Janet, Jane. Thank you guys. Private notes. I'll see you in the next video, and you have a wonderful day. Take care.